You cannot get away.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. To throw is Jackson. Throwing on 3rd and long. Now he's going to throw deep rights, and that's caught.
Look at this fake ass shit he just caught. That's the shit I'm talking about.
Big play that time for the
throwing it out the
Ravens.
pocket.
49 yards.
Perfect pass. Come on,
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Check. Check out route. Hot, hot. Bang, bang. Wheel. Bang, bang. Check the. Check 13.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check out. Check. He's coming. We got double up. Rush in.
Jackson from the shotgun. He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete.
Yeah. When I say, boy, bottled up, man, you see how that defense biting on this nigga? This nigga can't do nothing.
So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt.
And he missed field goal.
He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. This is Rashard. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. They'll run on first down. Richard.
Man,
maybe
come on
a
with
measure
that
of
fake
revenge
ass
there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts.
Get the fuck out of here,
comes
dog.
with 22 seconds to go.
Man,
here
you know what that was about to
one.
be, mighty. I'm about to turn up the field and get little on that nigga. We're going to at least try to get a field goal up out of these.
8-3.
On 2nd down now. Richard. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Field goal, nigga. I'm trying it. Nigga, I get the ball back.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Raindrops.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Richard. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd down, Richard. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
That's what I'm talking about.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Here we go, here we go. Chain 2 stop. Double tight. Alert, alert. 3 down. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Shift.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. But it's brought in by Washington. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. On 1st and 10 is Counter. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 43-yard line. Ready. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D. Fire.
Tannehill. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's a give to Richard. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. He's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jalen Richard, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
100% accuracy ass pass on the money.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
He's 100% on dashing dead and shit like this. So if he in the pocket,
that's fielded in the end zone.
Probably close to 99, but it ain't 99.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
They can be perfectly accurate, but when he in the pocket, he can't. So why you think he don't throw no passes out of their pocket? Because his dumb ass can't.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their halftime hold now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson, he's going deep for Brown. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted.
We own that shit. He is exposed. We are on that. He would never beat me again, dog.
At the 32-yard
line. Never beat me again.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Richard. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Never let me figure this shit out. Like, okay, I forgot. He got up.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Get it.
They'll keep it on the ground. Richard. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
60 Pittsburgh.
Oh, yeah, and here we go again. Here we go again.
They'll try and run forward with Connor. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Like you do that fake.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
When he throw the ball, what he doing? That same funky ass with bullshit gadget play. Yeah. So guess what? I'm gonna give you a taste. I'm gonna give you a taste of your own medicine, nigga. Yeah, we gonna do the same motherfucking thing.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
They'll keep it on the ground. Richard. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Set 18 Gator.
On 3rd down, Richard. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves him looking at a 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Here's Ty Long now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
God damn, I ain't even put that much on it. My punter got a foot.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
I see the only pass I got to defend, dog, is that motherfucking shit over the top. Oh, Lord. He come, look. This that play where he like to run. He like to run this shit with what's her name?
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
You see, he only ran this shit one time. What he in now? Regular formation.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
They gonna need some therapy after this.
This time Jackson will throw it. Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down. Devin Bush, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
If a nigga got a last minute, I told you when he's standing in the pocket, he can't throw. He got to run out the pocket.
Themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jackson escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, 2nd half, no quit in him.
0.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. All day. Defense, all day. All day. Go. Check.
From the gun, Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Go. Motion. Go. Motion. Watch twist. Neil. Shit. Switch.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson flush to his right. They complete it to Hill. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 43. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Check back 11.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And going deep for Hill. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They give him a gain of 38.
Oh, nah, shit, nigga, we good. This game's over, nigga. Let me fuck this.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Step, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Ravens get a bit closer. They go for just one here as it's up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll keep it on the ground. Richards, he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Steelers on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. A handoff running left to Shard. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Kill, turn up.
Check it back.
Check 43.
Oh, yeah. My shit, I don't know why my shit is going.
To throw again. Jackson eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Ricky. Watch the ship. Kill. Watch twist.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Check three. Check 37. Check. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Rolling to his right. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Fine time to his left. This will be caught by Brown. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Check 52. Check 3. Alert 3. Tighten up.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from a yard out, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Tucker with the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
61, match box.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I was used to joke with my teammates who carried the ball a lot. When we got in these situations and they were carrying us home, I used to tell them, boy, you guys just look like Paul Bunyan, just growing stronger, bigger, tougher. And all night long, he's carried this team.
He has indeed. Everything magnified right now. A huge 3rd down conversion. And pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
On 2nd down now, Richard. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
Yeah.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Back.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They'll keep it on the ground. Richard, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Watch the twist. Undercrush. Ready?
They'll run it with Coleman. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on fourth down. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. Two division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Steps away to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Check. Hot. Bang. Go. Check 13.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
He's coming. We got double up. Rush in. Joker.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. On 1st down, Richard. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. But, Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit. They were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and ultimately win it by the slim margin.
And bottom line, when it's all said and done, they don't ask you how much you won by. They just want to know, did you win? And that they did.
Got no pass. You see every time.
So for Pittsburgh, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Boy, that nigga Hollywood got me fucked up. He ain't gonna beat Detroit. I just gave him the formula. Watch his duck ass still gonna lose. Yeah, nigga. I got a running game, nigga. That's one thing I can do. He can't stop the run. Hollywood ain't got no running game like me, nigga. You tell him I don't give a fuck if he can hit me on YouTube, nigga. I just gave you the formula. Watch your goofy ass still find a way to lose to this nigga. How many sacks I had on this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I had 5 sacks on this nigga. No, 6. Boy, he didn't know who was coming. He was getting hit from every direction. Man, look at these stats, dog. 10 passing yards, my nigga. What they tell? I'm a bad motherfucker. I don't even have to pass on you niggas. Niggas can't stop me running. I'm finna go look and see what these niggas speed is, cause it makes me mad, dog, that them slow ass niggas ain't catching these, bro. No, he was like an 87, and that's when he was young. That's when he was young. Bro, how is these niggas catching me 84 speed dog? Harrison Smith. Earl Thomas 86, but these niggas was catching my nigga, dog. Stop playing, dog. What the fuck? What abilities these niggas got? Secure tackler, bro. Get the fuck out of here with that fake ass. That's why they slow ass doing. Man, get the fuck out. These niggas got I got linebackers faster than these niggas.
Come on. I'm highly favored.
Secure, both of them somehow both got secure tackler back there, bro. Get the fuck out of here. Earl Thomas ain't never had this shit. Earl Thomas be having like zone hawk and shit like that. Earl Tackle don't be having no goddamn secure tackle with the deep head, but that's alright. He gonna have to find 2 new safety. He really gonna be fucked. You know, he's trying to drop a linebacker back there, so you need never switch, not a day in my life. People are building this whole thing. We gon' ride till we die. Skate hard, jukebox, fast break. Never switch, not a day in my life. That's why he was getting that fake ass run with that quarterback shit in that shotgun hit. He got some shit called fast break. It say passes with this ability immediately responds to users' input and defenders react more slowly on designed quarterback run plays. Man, get the fuck out of here. Dashing dead eye, perfect accuracy. No look dead eye. Man, get the fuck out of here. Bitch ass nigga. That bitch ass nigga ain't gonna beat me no more.